Yo guys, before I start this video, I just wanted to let you know that I have started a new channel with my friends called The Weebcast. This is where we will talk about anything related to anime. So don't forget to subscribe to that channel. Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Anizi with part 2 of What If Naruto was betrayed and went back in time. So guys, where we last left off was when Naruto went back to his past body and was in his kid body. We now start off the next day. It was team selection day. Naruto had used his yin yang release to create a grey and black tracksuit, but modified the material inside to make it more durable. We now see Naruto jumping from building to building, avoiding everyone. He could easily kill all, but wanted to make them suffer. Naruto arrived and silently went to the back of the class, standing in the back in the shadows so nobody can see him, as he saw the two fangirls come in, saying they won the race when they both drawed clearly. After a bit, Hinata came in and Naruto let his blood slip unintentionally, as well as the 10 toes Kurama or Kura as Naruto called him. Hinata fell down, everyone laughed including Naruto, but his was silent. Then Iruka came in and noticed Naruto's tracksuit. He thought a prank went wrong and Naruto got covered in pain. Ha, serves you right, demon, Iruka said. Good morning class, I hope you're all well. I'm happy that you all passed, Iruka said. But Sensei, Naruto Baka didn't pass, Sakura said, as she felt a powerful killing intent coming towards her which made her fall off her seat and she landed with her lips on Kiba's lips. Everyone started to laugh. He passed, Iruka said with hidden rage. Oh really then, why isn't he here then? Sakura said. Look behind to the shadows of the room, Iruka said as all the people turned to see Naruto. They were shocked, the dope had hidden so well. So anyways, now for the teams, Iruka said as they all went to Canon. We now see Naruto and Team 7 waiting for Kakashi. We now go to Mikra's point of view. The gods were worried. The Princess Mikra had been knocked out and her power kept on expanding and rising. She was getting stronger than the king himself. But what worried them was the fact that the king will have their heads if she doesn't wake up. An hour passes by and she woke up. My princess, you're awake, the god said, breathing a sigh of relief. Naruto-kun, she yells out but realizes a mistake as she quietens down. Sorry my princess, who, the god said. Don't worry about it. Mikra snapped back, blushing. Of course, my princess, the god said. Escort me to my father now, Mikra said as the god obeyed. We now see Mikra before her father, who was with the nobles. Mikra then used the jutsu, which made them remember the future. The king then runs and hugs his daughter, while the queen was happy that she had found someone, a guy who would love her, not for her body, not for her status, not for her power, but just for her. My daughter, I presume you got a plan to help the next prince, Miyuki the Otsutsuki queen said. Yes mum, I do, Mikra said as she explained the plan. We now go back to Naruto's point of view. Kakashi had arrived surprised that Naruto hadn't pranked him, but short as the demon was in shock of finding out about his past. They then go to the top of the school building. I'm your sensei, Kakashi Hatake, and today we'll start off with introductions. All introductions go to canon apart from Naruto's. My name is Naruto Nama. Naruto quickly stopped himself from saying his dad's surname and Otsutsuki by accident. My likes are a certain fox, a certain someone, and the fourth Hokage and the Red Death of Leaf. My dislikes includes humans in general, since they are a very hateful species, the ninja world itself, and those who use others. Naruto said. Baka, you think you're cool, don't you? Sasuke-kun's cooler than you, Sakura said. Both Kurama and Ishiki had to stop Naruto from burning her down. Stupid fangirl, Naruto said to himself. So now that we're done, meet me here tomorrow for the test, Kakashi said. What test, sensei? We passed already, Sakura said as Kakashi explained the test. Everyone left as Naruto went straight home, shocking everyone that he didn't wait for Sakura. Naruto lied in his bed as he was pulled into his mindscape. He then saw Mikra as they both hugged. I missed you, Mikra-chan, Naruto said. I miss you too, Naruto-kun, Mikra said. So is the plan ready, Naruto said. Mikra nodded. Good, Naruto said, as they both chilled together in the mindscape as they cuddled together. The next day, Naruto came in late, a minute before Kakashi arrived. He also ate a full breakfast with lunch. He then body flickered to the top of the tree so that Sasuke and Sakura wouldn't notice him. Kakashi arrived, he spoiled everyone as Naruto let his chakra signature be read by Kakashi. So now that we're all here, we will start, Kakashi said. Wait, sensei, the Baka isn't here. That means he's disqualified and we win automatically, Sakura said happily. No, Kakashi said as he pointed to the tree above. As they saw Naruto in the view smiling at Sakura, making her angry. Sasuke was shocked. He couldn't even sense the dough. He'd been hiding his talent, Sasuke thought, clenching his fist. Kakashi spotted this and got angry at Naruto as he narrowed his eyes at Naruto. So you can hide, Baka. That's all you're good for. Sasuke-kun's better, making Sasuke feel better. Kakashi noticed this and smirked. That's why she's on the team, to put the demon down and to get Lord Uchiha's ego up, he thought. So anyways, let's start, Kakashi said as he explained the rules. Start, Kakashi said as Sasuke charged towards Kakashi as he was feeling inferior, with Sakura helping him. Kakashi was ordered to go weak on Sasuke and Sakura as he let Sasuke hit him but sent him flying into Sakura with a kick. Oops, too much power, Kakashi thought to himself as Naruto watched the massacre. Sakura then led an assault as she punched Kakashi, unconsciously summoning chakra into her arm, creating a weaker version of Tsunade's strength. She then hit Kakashi's arm, but it wasn't even bruised. Is she that weak? Creating a worse version of Tsunade's strength should have at least injured him, Naruto thought. Sasuke used a fireball, but Kakashi used a giant water bullet to put it out. Kakashi had enough and trapped Sakura in a genjutsu, knocking her out. He then engaged in taijutsu with Sasuke, wrecking him. He then used earth jutsu to trap Sasuke. Naruto then appeared using a body flicker. A body flicker? Looks like he stole more than one jutsu from the scroll, Kakashi thought to himself, surprised. Get me out, dope, Sasuke yelled as Naruto walked past him, getting into the Hokage taijutsu stance. Kura, give me some chakra, Naruto said as the purified Ten-Tails chakra came into Naruto, enhancing his strength. Kakashi was shocked. Is this the Nine-Tails giving his chakra to the demon willingly? He thought. Naruto, aren't you going to help your teammates? Kakashi said. I have no teammates, Naruto said as he rushed towards Kakashi with a punch. Kakashi used his arm to block, but it was shattered with the power of the Nine-Tails chakra flowing through Naruto's arm. Kakashi tried to punch Naruto, but Naruto grabbed him by the arm, spun him around and threw him into the sky as he blurred on top of Kakashi and punched him to the ground, making Kakashi get stuck into the ground. He then grabbed the bells. The timer went up. Naruto then helped Kakashi out as he was pretending to be nice to him. Congratulations, Naruto, so you got the bells. Who are you going to give the other one to? Naruto threw a single bell on the ground. The purpose of this test was a teamwork, so share the bell, Naruto said to Sasuke and Sakura as they both nodded. Kakashi was dumbfounded. Naruto, if you knew this, why didn't you help the others? Kakashi said. I wanted to test you, and I'm going to say I'm disappointed with your strength. You didn't even use your eye, Naruto said. How did you know? Kakashi said. The Bingo book. I got the Bingo book during a prank. I got curious and turned to see these most powerful ninjas, and I saw your face. And the name you go by is Kakashi the Copy Ninja, wielder of the Sharingan, even though you're not Uchiha, Naruto said, shocking Sasuke. Anyways, can we go home now? Naruto said as Kakashi nodded. We now see Kakashi enter the Hokage's office as everyone was shocked of Naruto's power. I take it you saw the fight, Kakashi said, as Kakashi explained the fight to Hiruzen once again from his point of view. So Kakashi, you think he's working with the Nine-Tails, but his chakra felt so calm. It's not like the Biji was possessing him or anything like that, Hiruzen asked, confused, as Kakashi nodded. Okay then, you have a Sharingan for a reason. Keep an eye on him and use it to control him if he's out of control, Hiruzen said, as Kakashi nodded. Naruto then went home as he spent time with Mikra in his mindscape and updated him on any problems. Naruto for the next month sent a blood clone to do his D-rank missions for him. And until the fateful day of the C-rank mission arrived, Naruto got angry that stupid village and his people supported Naruto and Himawari's execution. Naruto's hatred peaked when he first saw Tazuna enter the gates. Naruto was on top of the building staring down at Tazuna as he let his killing intent, and Tazuna fell down on the floor. The guards thought that he was drunk because he had a smell of beer on him, so they escorted him to his hotel room. We now go to Hiruzen's office. Team 7 was called into the office and was given the mission, but the only difference was Naruto had a passive killing intent aimed towards Tazuna, so he only dissed Sakura. We now see Team 7 walking out of the village. Naruto noticed the puddle, which Kakashi noticed. Kakashi, as usual, was attacked by the bandits, but this time Naruto used 2 kunais, taking the heads off clean. Sakura screamed as she saw the blood and fainted. Sasuke had PTSD as he saw Itachi kill his parents in a similar way, accidentally. He then started to puke. Naruto, you should have left one alive. And this mindless killing isn't needed, Kakashi yelled. Naruto nodded in his mind, but thought, you ordered me to kill off all the Otsutsukis. They then proceeded. Halfway along the way, both Sakura and Sasuke woke up. Sakura yelled at Naruto until Naruto had enough and knocked her out by breaking her nose. Kakashi tried to reprimand Naruto, but he said that she was risking us of getting caught by the enemies, which Kakashi agreed. Sakura then woke up again, but this time was tied up and gagged so she couldn't speak. Suddenly, a fog came in and Kakashi quickly undid the restraints on Sakura as she ran behind Sasuke. Naruto silently laughed at her bitchy behavior. Zabuza's sword then came flying. Naruto used his limbo clone to make it so that Sakura's arm got in the way and it got sliced clean off. Sakura screamed out in pain. Naruto started to laugh again silently. Naruto then caught a blade. Oh kid, you caught my blade. Give it back now, Zabuza said, unleashing his killing intent. Nah, I think I'll keep it, Naruto said. Zabuza charged at him, but then Naruto used his arms to block Zabuza's punch as he sliced off arm. So there are good shinobi's in the leaf, Zabuza said. Kakashi was surprised. Naruto laughed. Zabuza then appeared behind Sakura with the kunai in his arms with a kunai at her throat. "Give me the sword and I'll leave, and I'll give her back," Zabuza said. Sakura looked pleadingly at Naruto. "Naruto, please, I beg you, just give him the sword. We can still win this, please. I don't want to die. I still need to give birth to the next generation of Uchiha," Sakura said. "Naruto, I demand that you give the sword back. We don't give up teammates for the mission," Kakashi said. "Don't just do it," Sasuke said. We now skip to Tasuna's house as Kakashi lectured Naruto on teamwork after Naruto almost gave up Sakura's life for the mission. Sakura looked at Naruto with a smug grin, but Naruto, being reminded of the grin that she gave after beating Himawari, sent killing intent at Sakura, knocking her off her feet as Naruto laughed. "Weak little shit. I won't save you next time. You're gonna die. I don't care what Sensei says," Naruto said as he walked past her. Kakashi was shocked, while Sakura was scared that Naruto won't help her. Naruto went to the forest. He then met Haku, but offed him this time. He sliced her head off clean. We now see Naruto sleeping as the thugs came in. Naruto killed the thugs but turned towards Inari and Tsunami. "You two hurt me in the future. Now you will die," Naruto said as he swiped the head off clean. Naruto then headed towards the ridge when he was met by someone. "But guys, that's all for today. Peace."